America's Christian colleges and universities have also become a battleground for abortion-related issues. Students for Of Life America conducted a study looking at 783 Christian colleges and universities. The study concluded 1 in 8 schools had ties with Planned Parenthood. The goal was to identify the schools working with the abortion provider and urge them to develop other pregnancy resources on campus. Joining me now to discuss is Lauren Enriquez, Deputy Media Strategist for Students for Life of America and Students for Life Action. Lauren, welcome. Great to see you. What was the key takeaway in your study? What jumped out at you the most?
Well, over 100 Christian and Catholic universities in the United States had a relationship with Planned Parenthood when we did our research. That was 1 in 8 Catholic and Protestant schools in bed with Planned Parenthood. The good news from our takeaway is that when we take action, we privately reached out to each of these 103 schools. 1 in 3 of those agreed to cut ties with Planned Parenthood after we spoke to them. That was encouraging. And what was really encouraging to me as a Catholic was to see that Catholic universities were the most likely to cut ties with Planned Parenthood when this was brought to their attention. So we went from 22 Catholic universities that had ties with Planned Parenthood. That number dropped down to 8. Now, we want to encourage people to help us continue the push to urge these Protestant and Catholic schools to cut ties with Planned Parenthood. There's still 69 schools that do have ties with Planned Parenthood out of the 784 in the United States that are Christian and Catholic universities. People can do this at our website, studentsforlife.org/Christian schools. They can find out whether their favorite Christian school has ties to Planned Parenthood. And if it does, we have action items there for you.
Well, that is excellent that you are helping sever those ties. Now, one question I have is are these schools sanctioned? Connections between the school and Planned Parenthood, or is it student groups, or how specific is it?
We have a variety of what we called infractions, which were versions of relationship with Planned Parenthood. So in some cases, the most common form of relationship that Christian schools have with Planned Parenthood is they list Planned Parenthood as a student resource, whether that be a sexual health resource or an LGBTQ resource or an academic resource. They list Planned Parenthood as a resource for their students. Another very common form of relationship that we found was schools, these Christian schools offering academic credit for their students to go and intern with Planned Parenthood. And also they promote Planned Parenthood as a career opportunity. So these schools are encouraging their students who are earning a degree at a Christian institution to go and use that degree in service of an institution that kills more than 350,000 children per year. So there were a variety of ways that these schools were tied to Planned Parenthood.
That is absolutely stunning. You're telling me students can get credits for classes at Christian colleges going to work for Planned Parenthood?
That's correct. We did find schools that were offering academic credits for internships. The good news is, like I said, 1 in 3 of these schools cut ties with Planned Parenthood after we spoke with them, and we hope that more will.
That is very enlightening, obviously very troubling, but thank you very much for bringing that to light. I'm sure everyone in our audience appreciates your hard work in that endeavor. Keep it up. Let me continue here. What pro-life resources have been instated at the schools that no longer work with Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, so not only were we looking at all 784 schools to see which ones had relationships with Planned Parenthood, but on a more encouraging note, we were looking to see which Christian schools are promoting the local, free, nonviolent pregnancy resources in their communities as an alternative to Planned Parenthood. We found 49 schools that were specifically promoting these resources and not promoting Planned Parenthood at all. I'm very proud to say that my alma mater, Ave Maria University, was among these A-plus schools. There's quite a few Catholic universities among these A-plus schools. Ave Maria was offering a program called Campus Care, where one of the things that they do as part of that initiative is students volunteer to babysit for fellow students who have children so that they can attend classes, and not only academic classes, but also extracurriculars. And it was really encouraging after seeing all the bad news of the Planned Parenthood relationships to see how many schools were really going out of their way to promote these pro-life resources. And we hope to see all of the Catholic schools and the Christian universities in the U.S. follow in those 49 schools' footsteps.
Well, I think you opened up a lot of eyes tonight. Thank you very much for that. And for parents sending their kids to some of these schools, they may want to check that out. Lauren, thank you very much for your time. Great to see you.
My pleasure.